Coexisting with Rob and Maggie contains explicit content and is intended for mature audiences, mainly because Maggie will drop F-bombs and I will make sexual innuendos or jokes. Also, Rob nor Maggie should be considered mature. I forgot my movie quote, so we're going with finger bang bang, finger bang. So that
the finger bang bang you every night.
That is from the 12-time Oscar award-winning film South Park, Bigger, Longer, Uncut. Hello, everyone. Welcome to.
It's from a random episode, but there you go. Like that's
they didn't do that in the movie.
Nope.
Oh, I felt like
it's from the episode where Randy Marsh, Stan Marsh's dad, appeared to be in a boy band when he was little, and he refused to let. Though. No, it's not. And he refused to let Stan be a part of a boy band, and they, performed in malls. It's a wonderful episode. Go watch it.
Okay, that was the Emmy award-winning then, so I had to change it. That's what it was, not Oscar. 12-time Emmy award-winning episode is what that was. I was thinking at the time.
Think of that?
Blame Canada is what was in the movie. So I just got a classic mix-up. I've seen it. I've done it 100 times. That's all. Classic mix-up. So 12-time Oscar, Emmy award-winning. It's easy for me to say. I'm an idiot. Anyways, welcome to Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. It is Friday, February 13th, 2026. We have a new episode today. Maggie's wearing her Fightful sweater or hoodie. I'm wearing my Minnesota Twins hoodie because I'm a glutton for punishment. But we are here to talk some wrestling. We're here to give you some predictions for AEW Grand Slam taking place tomorrow in Sydney, Australia. Maggie's home, away from home that she's never been to. But we got a lot to talk about, a lot going on. We have new champions in AEW, both TNT champion and AEW Women's Champion. The AEW Women's Champion, that shocked me. That was something I was not expecting. Even the TNT.
Both shocked me, but that's a different conversation, which we're going to have in a bit.
But that went down, and then you have stuff going down WWE. You had a return. How was that for you, Maggie?
It was wonderful.
Oh, she smiles for it. But as I start every show, Maggie, how you doing?
I'm okay. I just hopped off the True Heel Heat prediction show. It was an AEW prediction show. So naturally, J News joined us. I'd like to call him JPEG. Anyway, so it's always a party with the three of us. So the story I told at the beginning of the show, I'm gonna tell the story now. I would like to, at the start of the story, one time at band camp. Apologies to Rob because this time of the year isn't for everyone. I know that a lot of people feel lonely. They don't feel okay, and I can totally get why this is happening. But I can choose to do that or be happy that love exists. I love love, so that's also. I don't like to celebrate only romantic love on Valentine's Day. I'd like to celebrate, the love that you have for your best friends, your close ones, family members, and the love that you have for yourself. And that does not necessarily mean masturbating, but I know that, it's kind of sounds like that. I'm so sorry, Rob. It was so early in the show. I'm so sorry. But the story is because, Rob, I've told you about Bulgarian man, right? There,
Yeah, I've heard.
yeah, there's such a hoot in the hat, you know.
Yeah.
So one of my close friends, my coworker, it's his birthday on Sunday, but he wants to celebrate it on Saturday because he doesn't want to celebrate on Sunday, and he wants, not everyone's going to be able to come on Sunday. So he's having a party tomorrow, and he's gonna, at midnight everyone's gonna freak out because he's probably the most famous bartender in my city. Everybody loves him, everyone knows him and everything. He's so it's always kind of been my responsibility to make things happen for everyone's birthday around me, and apparently no one does that for my birthday. So that's why I don't like celebrating it, because I have to make people care, and somehow I always care for everyone, except for you when I forgot yours this year. I will never forget that now. I'm such a bad friend. So I was talking to a lot of people today, reminding them, because they already knew that the birthday was going to be tomorrow. So I was reminding them not to forget, and a bunch of those people were couples. And one of the dudes, he's my brother, in quotation marks, because he's not, really my brother. And I was like, are you going to do something with Lucy tomorrow? And if you are you going to come visit, after you're done with, celebrating and stuff? And he's like, what the hell am I going to be celebrating tomorrow? And I was like, it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. And apparently he completely spaced out because he doesn't care about Valentine's Day. And that's fine. But then he said, I know for damn sure that Lucy loves Valentine's Day and she wants to celebrate it, but I hate it, so we're not gonna. I'm like, okay. So did you ever think about celebrating it for her? Doing something for your girlfriend. Did you ever think about that? And he's like, yeah, I guess I can take her to dinner. That's fine. And I'm like, do you have a reservation? And of course he hasn't, because he just learned that it's Valentine's Day tomorrow. And good luck finding a restaurant that's going to seat you without a reservation on Valentine's Day. So I pointed all of that out. And because he had nothing else to say, he had no defense whatsoever, he decided to go a different route. He was like, you know what? Let's all say a prayer to all the men that are going to be celebrating Valentine's Day just because their wives or girlfriends want them, they made them to. And I was like, okay, let's say a prayer to all of these men who are gonna have sex afterwards. Let's say a prayer to all of them, man. Celebrating their loving relationships and love and caring for that other person. Let's all say a prayer for them. Bravo. Men. Am I right? So that's the stuff that I was, the majority of the stuff that I was dealing throughout my shift. And then we had a sound check because there's 2 bands playing tonight. But it's Valentine's Day. Please love someone or love yourself. Again, treat yourself, not, don't, if you want to touch yourself, you can go ahead and do that. But celebrate the love that you have for yourself. Be a better person to yourself. Be more gentle and be more loving, and give yourself some credit. That means you, Rob. Okay? You listening?
Yeah, I'm listening. I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
Happy Valentine's Day. Go get an STD. I don't really care. There you go.
Okay,
That's
Rob. Let's not go there. That's not.
Well, I'm not saying you need to go get an STD. I'm just saying.
No,
whoever.
In order for that, you have to have sex. So that's no way that's happening. So yeah. So also, because it's the Valentine's Day tomorrow, today is Friday the 13th. So happy Friday the 13th today for everyone who's celebrating. Happy Spooky Day. Everyone who loves Freddy, and everyone. Yes, thank you, Rob.
Freddy. Jason Day. What the hell,
Jason,
Maggie?
I'm sorry.
God.
I meant Jason.
Have I ever messed up on this show? No.
No, you're obviously flawless.
I'm
So,
flawless. Yeah,
yes.
I'm Michelle McCool.
Yes. Yes, you're absolutely Michelle McCool, and she's obviously flawless. Yes. Oh my God. Let's move on, guys. Hi, this is a wrestling show. Please leave a like on the video. I know it's all about the shenanigans at the beginning of these shows. I'm so sorry. Please leave a like on the video. It's the easiest way in which you can support us. It's also for free. If you'd like to support us with your wallets and your money, we always appreciate that. Rob and I love you for that. You can send a super chat. It's the bottom of the YouTube live chat. Or if you're watching on any other platform, you can send a humper chat at humperchats.com. It makes us keep a little bit more of the proceeds, and any amount of donation matters. Believe me when I say this, any amount matters. We would like to know what you guys are interested in, about what happened this week in wrestling, your predictions for Grand Slam, your hype levels and everything, surprises we might get, and everything. But there's a way in which you can get that, and that's FightfulSelect. Please subscribe to FightfulSelect on Patreon, the easiest $5.99 you're ever going to spend on wrestling. A lot of scoops before, after shows, a lot of contract news. This is Sean's favorite subject to report. Q&As from Grapsody. It's absolutely well worth it. Thank you for joining us once again. Yes. So we can go ahead and, talk a bit about AEW and Grand Slam that is going to be in Australia and everything.
Sydney, Australia. Yep, Sydney, Australia.
Yes. Yep. So what do you think of the card? What do you what do you think of the build? Are you hyped?
It looks like a pretty good show. I mean, like hyped. I mean, Brody King versus MJF is going to be pretty solid. I think, Takeshita versus Moxley. I mean, it looks like a really good show. Andrade versus Hangman. You got a ladder match. So, yeah, I mean, it's not looking too bad. They're going to be at the, I'm going to get the name of the place wrong, but it looks like it's the Kudos Bank Arena in Sydney, Australia, taking place tomorrow. We'll go ahead and start with the women's tag team championship. Mega Bad versus the Babes of Wrath. Fightful will be dropping a interview that today with Babes of Wrath that our friends from Wrestling Down Under did with them. So that's going to be pretty cool. Check that out. But Maggie, who you got winning this?
So Babes of Wrath were already in Australia.
And it's down under the ring. Sorry, I knew it was. That's the name of the podcast, or that.
Yes.
I just said it wrong again. What else is new?
Yes, that's absolutely fine. So as I was saying, the Babes of Wrath were already in Australia. That's the reason Chris Statlander had no backup when it came to the women's title match this Wednesday during the main event of Dynamite. So I think that Mega Bad are winning the championships here. But I'm not putting any money on that, but I am going to put money on the Influence debuting in AEW. The former Iconics. I'm not completely sure what a team like that would look in AEW. I have no idea. I don't know how they get presented in AEW, but I like the fact that I don't know, because we can get something new from that, and new is always better. If you watch How I Met Your Mother, you always know that. It's like you can have a lot of stuff, because Willow is currently a double champion. And this hurts one of the titles. For now, it's hurting the TBS championship because, and SP3 pointed that out during the predictions. He said that when she was having a celebration for winning the TBS championship, she said, I don't care that I have 2 titles. I'm gonna pull out double duty, and I'm gonna defend, both championships. And she's never done that. Like the TBS championship has done absolutely nothing. And it's like, I understand when people say that they have that they hate double championships, and I get it, because one of the championships is getting left behind. It's they just don't pull it off as
Ryan just had a message that I just wanted to make sure, since he's here, I wanted to make sure that it was read. Ryan Sullivan, does Bulgaria even have Valentine's Day? So sorry for interrupting. But
that's fine. Thank you, sweetie. Happy Valentine's Day to you, Ryan. Yes, we do have a Valentine's Day. Everything is filled with hearts and everything. And like I said, it's a tough time of the year for people. But it's like I'm happy for the people that are happy. So like that's absolutely fine. Yeah. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, double champions. I don't want, and I don't mean this because I don't want Willow to be double champion. I want Willow to be double champion if she's booked as a double champion, because for now she's just carrying around that beautiful TBS championship and she's doing nothing with it. I love the fact that the women's tag championships are getting the spotlight for now, but like one championship being cared for and defended doesn't have to come at the cost of another one. If you're gonna have a double champion, let them be a double champion. I can easily talk about Mercedes Moné defending all of her championships, not necessarily all the time, but like she did it. And granted, it was a span of, it's such a long time, her being a 78 different, champion, and like it's a whole different story. But yes, I do believe that Megabat, I still kind of feel like Megabat should have been inaugural champions. In my eyes, a heel first champion is always the way to go, for me personally. But this is more about, the inspiration debuting afterwards. Probably we have no idea of knowing if that's true or not. But tell me, what do you think about all of this?
I like it. Ever since those rumors started about the inspiration joining AEW, I didn't really put 2 and 2 together that they're going to be in Australia. I think you make a perfect. I think it makes perfect sense to have them debut there, and I think it makes perfect sense to make this maybe a 3-way match on top of that right away. Because my thing is like, if you're just bringing them there not to wrestle or anything, what the hell's the point? I mean, yeah, they'll get a hell of a pop, I know that, but people are going to want to see them wrestle. So if they don't make it a 3-way match, maybe they'll just do something like we take another challenger or something like that, or they challenge them after they win something. If the inspiration debut tomorrow, they need to leave Australia with those titles. That's the easiest way to say it. So now, like, I was going in thinking that Megabad was going to win these titles, but now I'm thinking, like, based on what you said, because I didn't even see that happening because it just wasn't in my mindset, I totally see inspiration leaving with these titles, and that's who I think wins. So That's what I'm going with.
So you think that they show up and just instantly make it a 3-way?
Either like that's the thing. I don't know how it happens, but I just know that inspiration is leaving with those titles. That's my thing. That's how I see it.
Okay. I don't think that AEW do that thing where they promote a certain match for a long time and then change it. I don't think they've done it, or my mind can be, my memory can be, fucking with me, and I just don't remember. But like, okay, that's absolutely fine. If they want to do it, they can. Um, and For me, because you can have such wonderful segments between the inspiration and Willow and Chris Statlander, and the both teams are trying to win custody of Harley, because Harley is in real life really close friends with the inspiration, and as SP3 pointed out, she is legitimately singing their theme song in TNA. She's singing their song. Um, yes, so you can have a wonderful segments, and if those two are the reason why people give a single crap about the women's tag division in AEW, be that, do that. So I don't know if they necessarily become a part of, the match, or they leave, Grand Slam with those titles, but they should be there. That's all I'm saying. And I saw a lot of people saying that they were sure that they were going to AEW because they didn't show up in the Royal Rumble. Guys, you seem to be forgetting one huge thing. Where was the Rumble, this year? Where was the Rumble? And people can choose not to go there. It can be, in their minds that they just don't want to work that specific show, and they're absolutely free to do so. Now, if they were gonna go to WWE and they still didn't show up on Raw after the Rumble, or the Raw after or the SmackDown after the Rumble, they didn't. But yeah, this is in no way confirming anything. Even if Sean does have a report about this, you all know that Rob nor I will ever spoil that for you guys. So yes, this absolutely plausible.
Okay, there we go.
Bryn,
Let's move on.
Have a safe drive home, and also please clap for Bryn's tweet making it on AEW television.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. She had her tweet on the show, so that was pretty badass
Yes.
for her, and pretty cool. I was pretty happy for her. That's pretty cool. I had mine. Like what time? This was before I started with Fightful, but the episode where CM Punk came back of WWE, whatever their post show was on Fox Sports.
Yeah.
I had a my tweet was on that episode when he came back, so that was kind of weird. But
what did it say?
No, it's yeah. So
the tweet. What did the tweet say?
Oh, I don't even remember now. Like it was, like I couldn't tell you.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I know. Great story, Rob. Thanks. Yeah, but yeah, that was. I'm just saying that was one of those things where it was cool. So going on to our next match, we have Jon Moxley versus Takeshita for the international title. International title, right? I have it written down wrong, I think. Let's see here.
It's the Continental Championship.
Yeah, thank you. That's why, like, I knew I had written down wrong when I looked at it. Like, I don't think that's right. So, the Continental Championship. So, Maggie, who you got?
Tell me who you got first, and I'll tell you then.
It's so hard picking like this match because I could see Takeshita totally winning this, but I also see Moxley just maintaining. But I'm going with Takeshita. I see it happening.
Okay.
So there you go.
So my theory about this match, I know it can go either way. Absolutely, it can go either way. For me, because we just saw someone winning a championship and then fucking losing it, and I'm gonna lose my shit later when we talk about it. I know it's absolutely possible, but I don't think it's possible when it comes to Moxley. TK is incredibly in love with John Moxley, and for the right reasons, like I mentioned on multiple occasions, because Moxley has been holding AEW together, whether you like it or not, whether Moxley is your type of wrestler, person, in-ring competitor, or everything. Moxley is a company guy, and he's been there, and he's been in the center of everything every time that he's been a part of a story. So I think that John Moxley retains his championship here because it's continental rules and there's no outside interference whatsoever. So Moxley retains his championship. So Takeshita losing for me will be the last straw for Don Callis, and he has the entire Don Callis family murdered Takeshita. And I think that this will write off Takeshita off of television for some time. And then he comes back to go after Okada. But then he doesn't get an opportunity against Okada. And then he eventually wins the Continental Championship. And then this leads to the fucking unification match between Okada and Takeshita at Wembley.
Okay. Yuck.
Why?
I mean, that's just a long time is all I'm saying. No, it's fine.
I know it's a long time because like if Takeshita wins the championship now, because they've like Okada and Takeshita have been at it for like a long time now. So if Takeshita, in my eyes, I know this is weird, but like for me, if he gets the championship, the Continental one, it's in my eyes, it should be time for that unification match. And no, because that match it should happen at Wembley, because all of the things should happen in Wembley, because I'm not going this year again. And like it should. But I don't know. I'm still gonna go with Moxley retaining. I know there's zero chance of shenanigans because again, it's a continental match. Continental rules are do imply, and yeah, at some point, guys, when someone is about to leave the company, I'm sure that a continental match is a way for them to get fired and be written off in kayfabe. Because they're about to leave the company, they get involved in a continental match, and Tony Khan just fires them. I'm sure that at some point they're gonna take advantage of that rule and then make it a thing. Yeah, so Moxley retains here. I don't know if it makes sense to you guys, but yeah.
All right, I got you. So we move on to our next match, the one you're excited to talk about, so you can go off on it. The AEW TNT Championship ladder match. Mark Briscoe challenging Kyle By God, Fletcher. Maggie, go off.
I have zero interest in this match. I'm so pissed off. I couldn't believe my eyes when I was watching Dynamite this week, and I'm like, surely something weird is going to happen, you know? I thought that, you know, Don Callis was about to, you know, cost Kyle Fletcher the championship, not intentionally. I was, you know, almost because Kyle told Don Callis backstage, he was like, how about you, you know, let me do this myself. I don't need your help. I need to prove that I can do this myself. And then Don Callis said, there you go, buddy. So I can comfortably sit on commentary and do stuff, you know. And I'm like, that's not what he said. He said that he didn't want your help. You can obviously do stuff from the commentary table. You can still, you know, distract the referee so then the Murder Hawk can do a bunch of stuff, you know. And then I was so sure that this was, you know, gonna be the thing, but no. Kyle Fletcher and Tommaso Ciampa had probably at this stage of the year match of the year candidate of a banger on free television. Yes, on free television, and it was so good. And I'm like, I'm so in love with this match, and I'm like, oh my god, they're doing everything in their power to make me believe that Kyle Fletcher has a chance in winning the championship, and then he fucking did. And I remember standing there with my jaw to the floor, which is good because I love it when wrestling, you know, surprises me. That's not necessarily a bad surprise because, you know, I'm biased when it comes to Tommaso Ciampa. It's not that. I just didn't see that coming. It has nothing to do with, you know, Cody Rhodes not being able to beat Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 39 because that was just bad writing. I'm sorry. I still believe that he should have won that championship then, you know, but that's a totally different thing. So Tommaso Ciampa just sat there as Kyle Fletcher moved on from Tommaso Ciampa 5 seconds after the referee raised his hand. And I'm like, I have a fucking problem with that. And then who comes out? Well, of course, it's Mark Briscoe. And of course, we're about to see this for the fucking 7th time. It feels like 70th time, for me at least. I would like to start off by saying that this will probably most likely be match of the night. I want all of you to be absolutely aware that I know this. I know that, you know, it's probably going to be a match of the night. I'm in love with everything that Kyle Fletcher is doing. He's that guy. He's that guy. And he's such a future champion and, you know, AEW champ because he is champion right now. But like for I didn't enjoy Ciampa having such a short reign. That 3-way that they had, Tommaso Ciampa versus Claudio versus oh my god, who was the third person?
Roderick Strong.
Roderick Strong. There you go. Thank you. That 3-way was a joy to watch, and I'm like, is this what I'm about to watch all the time when Ciampa is TNT champion? And I'm like, fucking yes, give me that. And then he lost. So, a couple of days later, he just lost the championship, and I just couldn't believe my eyes. And I'm like, okay. So Mark Briscoe comes out. He was like, it's me. I'm gonna be at the, you know, I'm gonna be challenging you in Australia. And I'm like, what a fucking hypocrite you are, Mark Briscoe. Fuck. So you're like, okay, so I just retain the championship versus, yet another member of the Don Callis family. And I want to, fight with that championship on the line on this week's Collision, but against anyone a part of members of the Don Callis family. And then Ciampa debuts. And then Law loses the championship, and the moment someone from the Don Callis family wins the championship, and he was like, "Me, I got next." What a fucking hypocrite you are! You just fucking realize what you just said, and I'm like, how does that make sense to you, sweetie? I know, guys. I know the match is gonna be so great, but I don't fucking need another match between those two. It's like it's. We're not talking 5 years in the no. Like, it's been happening since the last 6 months. I don't want to see that. I guys, again, the only thing that's making this so incredibly interesting is the ladder match, because it's going to be a ladder match and they're just going to pretty much murder each other. I am aware. And this is the thing that makes the match really, really interesting. But I still don't fucking care, because Tommaso Ciampa lost. Okay, so there is a silver lining to this. So Tommaso Ciampa losing because he did just stare into the distance, and he was just stood there silent by the stands. So this probably this will lead to him blowing a fuse and then just straight up become a psycho killer instantly, and then just murdering everyone. So let's just get on to that quickly, because I don't want him to disappear into that amazing roster that they have in AEW. Yeah, so this is my take on this match. I fucking hope to God Kyle Fletcher retains, because I cannot take this anymore. Because if Briscoe wins, they're gonna have another match, because they're fucking liars. Oh, this is the last one. No, it's not gonna be the last one. If Mark Briscoe wins, Kyle Fletcher is probably gonna please, Fletcher retains. He deserves to retain and be fucking cheered, in Australia. I was wondering why Tommaso Ciampa versus Kyle Fletcher didn't happen at Grand Slam, and I wondered if it had something to do with AEW not wanting Tommaso Ciampa to get booed so soon after he debuted in AEW.
Yeah.
Because Kyle Fletcher is going to be cheered a lot in Australia. But this is the thing. For me, his loss here means that he's going to go so off the rails, and he should become one of the biggest heels in AEW, because he just fucking kills everyone. So he's still probably gonna get booed then. So I just don't know. I don't know what their path is for Ciampa, and this is why I was so furious, and I still kind of am, because Tommaso Ciampa lost, and then we're getting a match that I don't want to see. Everyone else is so hyped about this match, and I'm so happy for you. You guys enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it too, probably. I'm most certainly sure that I'm gonna enjoy the crap out of it. But it's let me have this. Let me be bitchy for a while, and then everything's gonna be fine at the end of Grand Slam. Do you have any thoughts after everything I've said? Because my throat hurts and I need to drink some water.
So I'm always intrigued with Don Callis matches, because I always think that, well, I always feel like we're going to have shenanigans, because I'm used to it. I thought we were going to have shenanigans the other night with it, and we didn't. And he even said, when Kyle Fletcher said, I want to do this on my own, and Callis was like, I'll be doing commentary. I'm like, well, that doesn't really mean anything. That was my first thought. I'm like, well, that doesn't mean shit. So I don't see, like, by no means do I see, like, Callis costing Fletcher, but I do see if Fletcher's going to win this. There's no question about that. But I have a feeling that Fletcher might get kind of pissed off or irritated by something that Callis does in the match, or maybe somebody else in the Callis family does. Mm-hmm. I think they are slowly going to be turning him as a face.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be doing that soon, because I think it's obvious they're already doing that with Takeshita. And AEW, they need more, like, as weird as it sounds, they need more like big faces, like in my opinion. I mean, they
you're right.
You think about it, they do have Hangman, they have Swerve, they have Kenny, but those, and they'll have Bill Ospreay.
Stop calling him Bill, damn it.
When Bill comes back. When he comes back. But I think having two more would be good, and I think eventually we'll see that. And the Young Bucks, I mean, they're faces now, so that helps. But I just think having two more would be good. But anyways, I see Fletcher getting this win. I don't see them going with Mark for this. I just don't see it happening. And I mean, I wouldn't. Mm-hmm. So, but
and Sippy's right in the chat. He's right in the chat that Swerve is about to go heel, and I cannot wait for that, because as much as I adore Swerve, and I feel like the entire AEW audience adores Swerve because he's such a cool dude, man. He's such a wonderful heel. He's so good as a heel, but like, he's so good as a heel because he's so good as a babyface. And the greatest wrestlers are the ones who can do great both sides, I feel like. Because never forget how heavily booed Will Ospreay was at the beginning of his AEW career. The amount of boos he got for all of the matches he got against Kenny Omega.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, this match. This match being a ladder match with Mark Briscoe, you're gonna see some crazy shit already. We already know that, so we'll. It's gonna be good to see what happens. This match, I think, is gonna be what they call
good shit, pal.
Good shit, pal. Yep. So that's what I think happens there.
I think you're right, by the way, about this. Don Callis, trying to, to help Kyle, but Kyle, was perfectly clear that he didn't want his help, because it's a ladder match. It's a no disqualification, okay? Like, people can get involved. But Kyle can, he can still retain with Don Callis, and then realizes that Don Callis helped him, retain and stuff. And then he can get pissed off. And this can be, them planting seeds for his inevitable face turn.
Yeah.
Also Takeshita. So.
Yeah. And something I also want to say is shout out to Tommaso Ciampa for what he did on Instagram. I don't know.
He checking on Johnny Gargano.
Even though he's in AEW, he's checking on his buddy. He tweeted on Instagram. He says, "I've been texting and calling you, man. Candace says you're not looking good." I love that.
He's the best, man.
I absolutely love that he did that.
Hey, quick question.
Yo.
Do you think Candace and Johnny go to AEW someday?
I could totally see it. I could totally see it, because Johnny Gargano's freaking awesome, and he's somebody that would be loved by the AEW crowd, just like Roddy. That's his kind of crowd. Like, it just is like he would do big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so, I could see him. I could see. It depends. Like, Candace, like, she could absolutely be there. She'd be fantastic. But there's two people I see WWE wanting to, like, WWE would like to be there forever, because I could see WWE wants Natty, and I could see them wanting. I could see her wanting Candace to be at NXT, like for training purposes, because they're both fantastic when it comes to that stuff. So, but I could definitely see both of them going to AEW eventually. But you never know. Like, that's the thing.
Well, because
if Ciampa makes it, if Ciampa makes it even bigger, I could totally see them. Nope, not letting you go. We'll throw this much money at you.
So. Because the thing is, Johnny Gargano had the opportunity to go to AEW, but he still chose to go back to WWE. And yes, this was what I was about to say. To this day, the Young Bucks will not shut up about Candice.
Yeah, this would be fucking amazing too, though.
Yes, it would. And in an AEW ring, this will be absolutely phenomenal.
And that's the thing. Like, they both have tons of friends, like in like wherever they go. You know, they've been, because they were on the indies for so long.
For a long time ago. And if they didn't even cross paths with someone from the roster there, they have their complete and utter respect. And that's really, really, really important. And Candice, she can do everything in AEW. They can put the entire division in her creative hands. She can be a producer, because I damn know that she wants to fucking do that. And again, to this day, just go watch the latest BTE mailbag. They get asked about Candice. And they just don't shut up about Candice, because like they just, and they have a point, because Candice is an absolutely phenomenal women's wrestler and the wrestler as a whole. So yeah, I can totally see that happening. We still have no idea what their contracts look like. But if they still choose to be in WWE, that's absolutely fine. They're phenomenal wrestlers, and I will absolutely forever. Rob also, we both of us just support the wrestlers and sell them the company.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
And Johnny Gargano, and I'm like, he has, if they got behind him, like and gave him a good story, he could be absolutely big for WWE. He could, like, because he has that charisma about him that's there. You know, that like they could do a lot with him. The thing is, would they? Who knows? Because I don't know anything much lately with him.
Listen, guys, if I get the opportunity to have FTR versus DIY one more time, just feed me more. Oh my God, I cannot believe I said that. No, strap that.
Maggie just said she wants Ryback to come back.
No, shut up. That's not what I said.
Sounds like it.
No, it's not what I meant.
That's what it sounded like. I'm just saying. Are you telling Ryback he needs to make the
sacrifice
to come back for the right price?
Please no. Jesus Christ.
You're like, I know what you're saying right now. This is what you're saying right now to me.
I guess that means you need to shut the fuck up. That's what I do if I don't have no army. I would fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Yep. That's what you're saying to me.
I love that we're on the same page.
Yeah.
So I don't know, because every time I want to talk about FTR versus DIY, I want to say Revival, because it was Revival versus DIY. Also, like, if I get to see DIY versus the Young Bucks, please. DIY versus the Rascals, fucking yes. And so on and so forth and everything. Hey, while we're on the subject of tag teams, I was right about Private Party.
Yeah.
There was the wild card on this week's Dynamite, the number one contenders three-way match. What do you think about the Young Bucks winning this match?
I was fine with it. I was absolutely fine with it because it made sense for them to. I mean, Rascals, they haven't done anything to earn a title shot in AEW.
Yeah, but this was the match that if they won this match, they would have been number one. This was a number one contender match.
Yeah, I know, but you're trying to build the Young Bucks back up to a big tag team, and if you're doing that, you need to have them win. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious that's the way they've been going. They're trying to build the Young Bucks back into the tag team.
Do you think they win the championships, though?
That part is where I don't know. That I don't know, because I'm very curious. What I loved about their segment with FTR was that was such a good segment where Dax is such a great a-hole. Like he is so good.
So good. Like shout out to a friend Jackie. We will always shout out Jackie when talking about FTR.
Yeah, like I love the guy. Like I'm an FTR guy. Like, and that's the thing. Like even when he's I'm not supposed to like him, so I don't. But I like deep down, like it's like I love this guy. Like this guy, him and Cash. Like it's good stuff. And I just loved how he said like just this and that, and then super kick. Next thing you know. And I like Stokely Hathaway, like, you know, he plays the slimy, like, villain character so well that you were actually hoping that we would see the Young Bucks super kick him, but they didn't, because they're saving that for Revolution.
Yes.
So, but yeah,
I'm a Young Bucks girl. And with that being said, I don't necessarily think that this was the better choice. The match is gonna be amazing, and I know that because I've seen it a bunch. I've seen it a bunch, and I've also seen it live because I saw them fight at Wembley. It's one of those things because like Private Party got a huge pop when they came back. Also, the audience absolutely loves the Rascals, so they could have done that. I understand where you're coming from, and also, again, I will never be mad that the Young Bucks are winning because it's probably my favorite tag team. But once in a while, just, want to see something else. But yes, Mark Quinn, beefy guy, man.
Yeah.
He's been putting in the work. He listened to the Hurt Syndicate. They told him you need to get buffed up, and he did. Yeah. He looked like he ate Mark Quinn. Then, Yeah. So yes, this was a bit of a detour. So let's get back to Grand Slam.
Yeah, let's do it. So, yeah, we go to our next match here, and that is none other than Hangman Adam Page taking on the one and only, or no, wait, sorry, 1 second.
Andrade.
Yeah, sorry, there it goes. Okay, I'm back. My computer froze for a second. Andrade, the winner, faces either Brody King or MJF. One word, MJF. Who do you think he takes on? I think he's going to be facing, or who do you think wins this match, and who do you think they'll face at Revolution, Maggie? Because we're kind of doing both here in a way.
Oh, so we're doing both matches.
Yeah, let's do both matches because it's the easiest way to do it, I think.
Yeah, so we're simultaneously talking about the number one contenders match for the AEW Championship, which is Hangman Adam Page versus Andrade El Idolo, facing either Brody King or MJF, whoever wins the main event of Grand Slam. Yeah. So, like I mentioned before, Hangman is probably one of my favorite wrestlers right now. Top 3 favorite wrestlers in AEW specifically. I know that he's gonna have a wonderful match against Hangman because, shocker, I've seen it a bunch. But what I haven't seen is Andrade versus MJF. That's what I haven't seen. I also haven't seen Andrade versus Brody King. I feel, because, correct me if I'm, because it's me and I need some help. Did Hangman cross paths with Brody King with the trios championships? Did that happen?
I have to
in
look
the
at Cage
past?
Match because I don't.
Yes, I don't
remember.
know if Bryn's here. If
No, she's
Bryn
not.
made
She's
it
not
home.
home.
Yeah, I don't think she's made it home.
I think she said she was going to work. Anyways, somebody in chat probably knows why I look it up. Let's see here. No, I mean, if they did, it wasn't a match.
Well, I'm talking about a match.
Yeah, no, they've only been according to Cage Match, they've only been in the ring one time in a match, and it was for Royal Rampage in 2022.
Royal Rampage. My God, the things that we used to see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's kind of interesting because we haven't seen Hangman be in the ring directly against Brody King.
Can I go ahead of you on this one?
Okay, sure.
I think I would like to see Andrade win as much as I love Hangman. And I think MJF wins because I think Don Callis and MJF going back and forth would be fantastic TV. MJF's already getting praised like a face anyway, so you might as well just fucking drink it in, man.
Oh, damn it. That was reference.
Yeah. That's just how I feel.
Sure.
And Brody King, I think, would be an awesome champion, but I just don't see them doing it.
I understand. So I'm also betting on Andrade. Because again, Don Callis can have all the shenanigans that he has. This isn't a continental rules match, so he can get involved as much as he wants. And on the other hand, this is something that I mentioned on our show last week. I know it's not about politics. It's not about the other company and everything, but this is AEW's opportunity to shove the biggest middle finger in WWE's face by crowning a new champion, the face of anti-ICE movement. While we all know how much WWE are supporting the administration right now, and I have no idea to be 100% sure about this, of course, but in my eyes, Ava quit WWE because of that, and because of everything that WWE stands for, while supporting that administration. And again, because I don't want to get too political on this, but this is AEW's opportunity to do that. And because a lot of people aren't necessarily happy with everything that's going on in the United States, each and every hour, I feel like something else comes out, something else that makes me puke, something else that makes me wonder, are you guys okay over there? And it's really alarming. I'm not gonna lie. And like, I don't want to be anywhere near the States. And even if I could come to the States, I just don't want to right now. And that's, I have a lot of friends there. Rob, you're there. I hope to God I get to meet you one day. And like, I don't see that happening if I have to go to the States right now, because fuck that. I'm not, are you kidding? No. So again, this is AEW's chance to do something incredibly controversial and at the same time incredibly logical. Because I'm so glad that Brody King right now is in the main title picture, because the audience has been in love with Brody King even while he was a part of House of Black, and they were heels. Everyone was booing, because they were supposed to be the heel. In my eyes, they were never the heels because they were so fucking cool, But he's been getting cheered because of everything that he's doing, and he just looks like the guy to fucking kill you. Probably. But I'm gonna be fucking realistic here and not live in Wonderland, and I'm gonna pick MJF retaining the championship. Do you think, because I'm gonna cry, do you think Buddy Matthews is here?
Oh,
Because I don't.
That'd be awesome. Yeah, I don't think so. But I mean, if he's anywhere close to ready, I mean, yeah, I mean, but what, you can't have him turn his back on.
Oh no! Please
Brody.
don't. No! Please don't do that.
I'm just saying, like, you can't do that. I don't think.
I know.
But I don't know what.
He can go out and embrace Brody after he loses. He can do that, because if he's not ready, I don't want him getting physical.
Yeah, like from that perspective, I definitely hope he's there, because I know the crowd would love it. They love that. They love him. Going back to like what your comment was about Ava, though, I just want to point out that there was also like reports that WWE released her girlfriend too, so that might have played a part in her.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I just want to add that. And you're right. I mean, they have that possibility. The other thing, though, that I think plays a part in WWE's logic when it comes to thinking is they just seem not to care. And so that's one thing that it would be interesting if they go that route, because Andrade, he's a great wrestler, great, and I think one day he'd be a great AEW champion. I just don't know if that's the time, like if they're ready to go that route, because all he would be, in my opinion, is just he would just be like, what's the word, like a in-between champion, like he would just hold it for a little while. MJF, you can believe he'll hold it for a while because he's done it before. I mean, did he hold it for like 344 days or something?
He broke Kenny Omega's record, yes.
Yeah, so like that's why I don't see him winning, but I do want them to have a feud, because I think it would make good TV. But I don't see Andrade winning the title at Revolution.
I don't either. I do believe that Andrade is a future champion, just not now.
Yeah,
just not now.
Because I think we're getting Kenny Omega versus MJF, and followed by eventually Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay for the title.
Yes.
That's what I think is happening. But I'm not the best booker, so who knows what I know or what I don't know. That didn't make
you've been on spot on recently, so yeah.
Yeah, well, that doesn't happen too often.
Have we differed on anything up until now?
Well, I kind of.
Did you say Takeshita or Moxley?
I said Takeshita.
Okay, so that's where we did.
Yeah, I said Takeshita, but I also said that I think that the Peyton Royce and Billy leave with the tag team titles tomorrow.
Yeah, that they were okay. Yeah, that too.
So, yeah, thank you, Pile Driver. I could not find the word transitional. I was like, what the hell's the word? I was like, I knew, like it was on the tip of my tongue. Thank you.
We adore our fans.
Yes, they speak Rob, and that's good.
Yes. Oh, well, at this point, everyone should speak Rob.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing. Yeah. So we move on to our next match here, and I think it's this one should go quick for us. It's the mixed tag team match. The loser of the pin gets their head shaved. So, Maggie. Well, I think Wheeler Yuta needs a haircut the most. so that's my answer. Wheeler Yuta gets pinned by Orange Cassidy.
Yeah, listen, because for me, this is such a stupid match. And the obvious answer here will be Wheeler Yuta because everyone's talking about his fucking hair. And I see no problem with this hair. The only way this match as a whole and this storyline as a whole becomes interesting is if Toni Storm gets pinned and she gets to shave her hair off.
Yeah, that would be freaking weird.
This will be freaking weird, and she's got to pull it off so well. And this is exactly what I said on the True Heel Heat channel. In about 3 to 4 months, imagine every blonde hair that Pink has had throughout her entire music career and put it on Toni Storm and tell me that's not gold. She will pull it off.
Wouldn't it be pink? I'm proud of that one.
Seriously?
No, I'm not proud of that.
You've had such wonderful ones. This is not one of those.
That was not one of those. I know I wasn't proud of that at all. But it worked for a second.
I'm proud of you. Yeah, so this is the only way this can all make sense to me. I understand because predictable doesn't necessarily mean bad, and this is absolutely everything that is this match because it's gonna be a feel good moment when Wheeler Yuta gets his hair cut off. I understand, but like Wheeler Yuta's hair is longer than Toni Storm's hair. So Toni Storm's hair is thicker, so it's about 50-50 at this point. Yeah. What were you gonna say?
Well, I mean, Juice Robinson shaved his beard off, so I mean, and he looks weird.
Yeah, are you comparing men's beard to a woman's hair?
No, I'm just saying, like, they could just they just both shaved like recently. It just kind of, that's all I'm saying. I'm not comparing them. I'm just, that's the only comparison that there would be is they both shaved.
Yeah. And a lot of people are saying that they can also see Marina Shafir getting, her head. Because Marina Shafir is such a badass. She's gonna look like a murderer without any hair.
She looks like a murderer now.
Now. Yeah. So if that happens, I'm going to need for the Death Riders to turn their backs on Moxley as soon as possible. And Marina Shafir should be the leader of that group because Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, only if she gets to shave her hair off. That's the only, that's all I'm saying.
Yep.
So listen. I know I'm going to be wrong. But I'm going to go with Toni Storm nonetheless.
Okay.
Because I think that this will make interesting TV.
Okay, that's fine. What do you think of Dynamite as a whole?
So Dynamite as a whole. Okay, so Swerve and Kenny had that segment in the ring. So I'm definitely not going to compare it to Punk and Roman, what they had on last week's Raw. I'm definitely not gonna compare that because the amount of storylines that there is between Punk and Roman is just not fair.
Yeah.
So Swerve right out of the gate called Kenny Omega a false prophet. And like it's like you don't even care, you just right out of the get-go. He said that he came to AEW and he heard about, the wrestling god. And when he came, he was nowhere to be found. He was either injured or suspended. And they were like,
Yeah. I was just like,
so,
yay.
yeah, yes, he absolutely went there. He said that he was using his EVP power, but Swerve took care of 2 EVPs last year, so he did know a thing or two about, taking down EVPs. Kenny said that he didn't give the name, wrestling god himself, that the audience gave him that name. And I'm like, wasn't that Don Callis? Didn't Don Callis name him wrestling god?
I think so.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
let's probably think about that for a minute. So Kenny had to take in the responsibility, and he took that responsibility with great respect. So then he proposed that they fight, and then he slapped him. And I was like, he slapped him in the face, and he slapped him so hard that Swerve turned around. He did a completely 180. He turned around, and then Kenny, he went to his back, and I'm like, yeah, bitch, I did that. And then Swerve was like, oh yeah, okay. And then they brawled. Security pulled them apart and everything. But the match was made for next week's Dynamite. And I'm like, surely this is gonna be on Grand Slam. No, it's not on Grand Slam. It's not at Revolution, because like a lot of people are saying that Kenny Omega's not working Revolution because he's gonna be in Japan. Yeah, and
he's
at a game.
Why is he gonna be like? Yeah, that's right. That's what's going on. I forgot.
Yeah. But like, we're getting spoiled with AEW as of recently when it comes to Dynamite. And he said it himself, when when you see that when they're promoting a Kenny Omega match on Dynamite, you just know that it's going to be the best Dynamite ever, because they've been on the roll recently. I don't know if you realize that they've been having wonderful Dynamite after wonderful Dynamite, and so on and so on. I'm so pumped up because they had a wonderful Dynamite. They're going to have Collision Grand Slam. It's a straight up pay-per-view. They have 6 matches. And then they're going to follow that with Kenny Omega versus Swerve. And please, what did you think of their back and forth this week?
Oh, I thought it was fantastic. It was great TV. That's really what it came down to. It was just really good TV. I liked how they just let him go. Like, there was no security until the end of it. They just let the two beat each other up. Like, that's what we like. It was good. It was just pure pandemonium between the two, and it just makes their match even better when it happens next week.
Yes.
So I'm pretty excited for it.
I can't wait, man. I can't wait. Yeah. This is gonna be so absolutely fucking great. So we talked about the trio's #1 contenders match. So what leaves is the main event that we got on this week's Dynamite between Tekla and the champion Kris Statlander defending her title in the first ever women's strap match. The match was good. The match was, the Kris Statlander got bloodied. It's so Tekla won the championship because the Sisters of Sin got involved, while Willow and Harley were already in Australia making, promoting the Grand Slam things. So there was no one to have Kris Statlander's back. So of course Tekla won the championship. I did not see that coming, by the way. I was like, serious, really?
Yeah, well, I don't think anybody really did.
I'm stoked for Tekla because I love Tekla. Yeah. And then they continued assaulting Chris Statlander, and who came to the rescue? None other than Jamie Hayter and Alex Windsor. So when I say that Megabad are going to win the tag team championships, is because I think that the two of them will be facing Hayter and Windsor at Wembley, and they're going to win those championships from Megabad. For me, this is the way to go.
I just don't see them holding those titles that long. I mean, that's 5 months.
I really want them to.
I mean, that's fine. I just don't see them doing it.
Like I said, Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne should have won the. Well, it wasn't Penelope. It was,
Marina
Shafir. They had to be the ones holding those championships because I feel like if you want to push your women's tag division, you have to be, you have to have that, team that goes through absolutely fucking everyone. And then the ones who take them down are the next big thing. It's not rocket science, it's not rocket science. It's like the way you build, stars as a whole. It doesn't necessarily have to be their first attempt at the tag team titles. It could be the second or the third, but just have them defended against Windsor and Hayter at Wembley, and then just they win that. That's it.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what Tekla as a champion looks like in AEW.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see like what they do with her, because I'm intrigued by it because I'm always intrigued with like random like out of the blue title wins, that's what we got there. So
that's exactly what we got. Yes.
Yeah. Well, you know what time it is, Maggie. It's time for a little Cooper effect action. All right, kids. This is a Cooper effect for this week. Is a pretty good one, I think. I think you guys will like it. It's about a little boy that went missing, and he was found because of a doggy in Louisville, Kentucky on January 7th, 2026, so a little over a month ago. A dog helped police. Basically, this dog did a real Lassie type moment. This dog brought police officer to a car. Officer Josh Thompson brought him over to a car and just kept barking and barking. And the officer eventually walked over, and the dog, he followed the dog. He just kept following the dog. And eventually the dog was right beside the truck, just kept barking. Sure enough, the officer opens the door to this vehicle, and the little boy was in it. And just a great story about this kid that went missing. I mean, it's going into the story more here. The search went on for quite a while. I was trying to find the amount of time they said that it went, but I could not find it. But I mean, the officers, the police, they used drones, helicopters, obviously patrol units. They did everything that they could do to try to find this kid. Like I said, the officer's name was Josh Thompson. He described being leery of the dog initially, but the dog was persistent with him. And when Thompson said, "Okay, let's go find this kid," the dog ran to a nearby backyard. The dog guided the officers to a parked car in a garage driveway where the terrified toddler, he was, like I said, he was missing 30-year-old, was found in the front passenger seat, safe and sound. The boy was quickly reunited with his family. The dog, which has not been seen in the area before or after the incident, was held as a real-life Lassie. So I'm curious. I have not been able to follow up on this, but where is that dog now? Like,
yeah,
that is crazy. I do want to follow up and try to find out like what happened to that dog, but that is absolutely crazy if they haven't been able to, like, if that dog hasn't been seen since, like, I mean, it's just one of those stories, like it was meant to be type, like a guardian angel type thing. I mean,
yeah.
if that dog, it's just amazing. Like, and that's why we love pets so much.
Well, I don't know if this was necessarily a pet, but it was a dog. But like, I don't know if it belonged to anyone,
Yeah.
But I definitely understand what you were saying. This is one of the many, many reasons why Rob and I both love animals more than people. Most people.
Yeah. Well,
Yes, I'm glad Brett is home safe from work. But between you and I, Rob, and everyone in the chat and everyone who's watching after, like, I don't think you should risk driving and listening to us. I don't. That's no necessarily a good idea. I don't know about you, but like that's.
people listen to talk radio all the time. We're fine. We're good.
No, yeah, but us. Yeah, I mean, we do.
I think people in general like would never. I'm kidding. Anyways, let's see here. Oh, here we go. There's a Canadian show called The Littlest Tobo. A German Shepherd goes from town to town helping people in problems. Huh.
That's the wonderful name for a show.
Yeah. I love German Shepherds. That's what I used to have growing up. So
wonderful dog. We used to have that kind of dog in the family. Awful people murdered the dog. They fed him poison. They fed the dog poison because they wanted to rob our house.
That's awful. I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, people suck. That's exactly why I said that people suck when it comes to things like that. But hey, listen, AJ Lee is back.
That's like, well, yeah, sorry. Daphne Tries Plans. Check out our YouTube channel.
You're here watching live. Hi.
Yeah. Wow. But, well, since she's here live, you know what that means, Maggie.
Oh, no.
Sacrifice! 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 Sacrifice!
You ruined my nephew.
Ruined? I don't think so. I think I...
Answer my sister's question.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find. So I'm going to do more research on this, trying to figure out what happened. But while you're talking about AJ Lee, I'll listen and look into this. So yeah, that AJ Lee lady returned. How about that?
Yes, she did. Yeah. Sis, when Rob finds out, he's gonna write it in the comment section when the video's done. Or he can text you, whatever. Yeah, so AJ Lee's back. Becky Lynch flipped out because like they just showed a video of CM Punk walking into the building and AJ Lee was there, and Becky just lost it. She was like, she said a bunch of stuff that wasn't called for. She called AJ Lee's eyebrows stupid. And I understand, because listen, Becky, I love you. I would also call, because like if I was in a feud with AJ, I would also go after her eyebrows because I'm totally jealous of her eyebrows. I want her eyebrows. I do not have any eyebrows. These aren't mine. So hooray for microblading. That's all I'm gonna say. So she wants to fight her elimination chamber, so she can get rid of her. That's exactly what she said. So AJ baits her to put the Intercontinental Championship on the line. So it's Elimination Chamber is going to be in Chicago. So what I think is AJ Lee wins the IC Championship, and then Becky gets it back at WrestleMania. That's what I'm thinking. But we're gonna get into more when it comes to predictions for Elimination Chamber in 2 weeks. But later on in the show, Natty was supposed to fight Maxine Dupri. So this was the reason AJ Lee gave for being on Raw, because she wanted to support her girl Maxine. So what happened was it ended in the double count out, and Natty put Maxine in the sharpshooter on top of the announcer commentary, table. And then Natty let go of the hold because AJ Lee came out. So I have a question, and I know this is totally opposite of my entire AJ Lee fandom, but I legitimately have a question. So AJ Lee hasn't been in a company for 10 years.
Yeah.
Everyone keeps talking about how tiny she is, right?
She looks okay, yeah.
So legitimately, in kayfabe, why are current wrestlers at the caliber of Becky Lynch, who's probably one of the best, and it's not just me saying it, and Natty, who is the women's ring general for me when it comes to women's wrestling, why are both of them afraid of AJ Lee?
Just character driven. I mean, that's what it comes down to. They're just
but why? Someone hasn't been in the ring for 10 years, and you have been winning gold for the past 10 years ever since she left, and you run away from her. Why? What legit? And Natty, because if I can maybe be okay with Becky being that, because she was playing the role of a chicken shit heel, because Seth Rollins was that. But Natty, I don't see Natty as like that. I see her as like a Terminator.
Yeah.
And she ran away from AJ Lee, and I'm like, what? Again, AJ Lee is my favorite forever and ever. I legitimately have those questions. So because for me, this didn't necessarily have to be a match. They could have been, having, kind of a transition thing between a promo and a match or whatever. And they could have had Natty drag out of the ramp, drag out Maxine, and then just beat her ass in the ring, and then put her in in the sharpshooter on the announce table and everything. And AJ would have, stopped it all. This doesn't necessarily have to be a match, because it was the shortest thing, like my will to live. So I didn't necessarily need that. And because this wasn't that bad, Shawn Michaels said that, oh, this is such good television. And he did the exact same thing the next day on NXT between Jada Parker and Blake Monroe. He was like, oh, that's so good. And legitimately the same thing, but with Jada Parker and Blake.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you're gonna if you're gonna take things from the main roster, take things like AJ and the promo that she had with Becky, or the CM Punk and Roman Reigns thing. Just have that, not dumb shit like that. Just don't have that. It's just don't get.
Yeah,
Who do you
I
think
get
is
it.
in the black hoodie?
Well, this week I don't know.
Who do you think it's gonna be? Like,
I
not who's physically, because we all know that these could, as many times as we see a black hooded figure, it could all be totally different people. But
Yeah.
my question is who they're gonna make it out to be, because for last week I thought it was gonna be Logan Paul, but they had Logan Paul chase him away from the main event, and I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, it's clearly not Logan Paul then.
I don't know, but I think I honestly don't think they're gonna make it be Seth Rollins. As weird as that sounds.
No, it's not gonna be Seth.
It's
It's stupid.
It's gonna be somebody like attached with Seth. I think I could see him doing his own like recruiting, like starting his own little band or something like that. I could see that happening.
Who?
Like I could see like Seth Rollins like starting his own little small stable.
Yeah. Okay, that's sure,
but I don't know
like,
who would. I don't know who would be in
I
it.
legitimately have no idea who can be.
I would like to see it be like Montez Ford. I'm ready.
Will it be perfectly clear? It kind of looked like Montez Ford the first time.
Yeah, it did.
The Rumble.
Well, the first time I thought it was Austin Theory. I honestly thought it was Austin Theory, or maybe it was Grayson Waller. I don't know. Either way, the second time is when I thought it was maybe I am mixing them up, but one of those times I indeed thought it was Montez Ford.
At the Rumble, I thought that he was the one at the Rumble.
Okay.
When he attacked Braun. But like, I don't know, guys, if please in the chat or in the comments after the video's done, who do you think is the hooded figure? Not who's playing the hooded figure, who will be, unmasked will be the hooded figure. It can be practically absolutely everyone at this point. Okay, so Jordan in the chat said, on In the Weeds, someone in the chat threw out, imagine Punk joining Division to swerve Roman.
God,
this could be, yes, but this could be the biggest middle finger to Seth, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And they hate each other so vastly much.
But yeah, I guess I could see that. It's just, why the hell did he just beat the hell out of like CM Punk like a few times, Braun.
Yeah, sure, but it's Bronson Reed.
Yeah, that's true.
Gave tsunami after tsunami to Seth Rollins, and then Seth. So
well, yeah, but that was later on. Like that was.
But that obviously makes no sense. So like.
Yeah. Okay. So I did look into that story like a little bit more. It sounds like the kid just vanished on his own, like he walked away, like from his house. That's the way from what I understood. Like he just walked away. 3-year-old just shut the door and walked out, and parents didn't notice or something. That's basically what I found in the news articles. So there you go.
This is interesting because at the beginning of the story, I thought you said the child was kidnapped.
No, if I did, that was me misspoken.
No, that could have been me. Could have been me.
Yeah, maybe I was wrong, but it's very, very possible I misspoke. I don't know if you know that, but I do that occasionally.
We're human.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. So, anyways, Some other news and notes. What do you think of? I am not talking about NXT.
Well, we did get the main event in NXT. The weird ass tag team match that we got. That was made by not my general manager. Okay, Robert Stone.
Bob Stone. Yeah.
Not my general manager. So we had Zarya and Sol Ruka versus Ren and Kendall. So the winner of the pinfall will get a championship opportunity versus JC Jen. And y'all know what we got. We got a bunch of pins from Sol or Zarya being broken up. No, all the pins from Sol Ruka were broken up by Zarya because she was jealous, of her partner's success, which is, I don't know, you're not great partners if you're jealous of your partner's success. So Zarya falls into Sol. She bumps into her in the tag corner, and the referee says that that's a tag.
They do that though.
Do you know what I immediately thought of? Because not that long ago, I think it was already in AEW. Or was it in WWE? I don't know. Either Revival or FTR. Because I'm blanking out on that. Because they made a tag by tagging the other person. What?
You said Revival or FTR?
Yeah, either in WWE or AEW.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay,
yes.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah, so they made a tag by tagging the other person's foot. And the referee went, "That's not a legal tag. You should tag the arm." And I'm like, since fucking when? So you can make a tag by tagging someone's back, apparently. And like we've seen that all throughout wrestling, but like automatically, if you tag someone's foot, you're not the legal person. So I was really pissed off when it came to what?
Well, I'm gonna look pro wrestling tag team rules because I think you
do you have to tag in the torso?
Yeah, like one member of the both feet, like physical contact, often hand to hand, observed by must be often holding the tag rope. That never really gets that rarely gets held.
Yeah. No.
I was just wondering, is it below the waistline you can't tag?
I don't know.
Oh no, someone explains. Okay. No foot tags allowed. Okay.
That's so okay. Fine. You're right about that. I'm gonna have to live with that.
I think, is it because it has to be over the top rope? That might be it.
No, he tagged over the tag rope. He just extended his foot because that was the only thing that he could tag. It was over the top rope.
That makes a good point. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yeah, but I'm just really pissed off. So, they make a tag, and the referee's like, "Oh, that's a tag." And then Sol was obviously the legal person, and she pinned Kendall. And I was like, "Yeah, okay, that's fine." And they still didn't get the breakup. They still didn't do the breakup. So we're obviously.
So was she holding the tag rope?
Yes.
Okay, she was. Okay.
He was. Then it's.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Hand. Yeah, sorry. We were. Yeah, I know now. Weird.
Yes, they were tagging because they made the whole thing about wrestlers having to hold the tag ropes in order to be a legitimate wrestling tag team match and everything.
Seen it 100 times.
Yeah, so they still didn't have the breakup. So I suppose that at the end the breakup is gonna come after. I don't know. To be perfectly honest, I kind of feel like Sol Ruka will be called up to the main roster, which means that but like I also think that JC Jane should go to the main roster too. So will JC Jane beat Sol Ruka for the women's championship, and then Zarya kills Sol Ruka, and that's how she gets off of television and goes to the main roster. And eventually Zarya is the one to dethrone JC Jane. She wins the championship, and then JC Jane goes to the main roster. I don't know if that's the way they're gonna do it, but like, yes.
I don't know either.
Mm-hmm.
No clue. Going on some other things here. Tonight on SmackDown, which is going to be on the Sci-Fi Network for us in the States. Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu versus Sami Zayn in a Elimination Chamber qualifying match. You have Alexa Bliss versus Lena versus Julia in a qualifying match. Zelina Vega is now just being billed as Zelina, which is probably for the best. You have Jade Cargill defending her title against Jordynne Grace. This is the first time Jade is defending the title since she's won it.
Yes, I know.
That's beyond ridiculous. You have the women's tag team titles on the line between Rio and taking on Lash Legend and Nia Jax.
Nia Jax?
Yeah, sorry, Nia Jax. You know why I said Nia? Because I saw a video with Nia Long earlier today when I was watching the Friday trailer. It was just on YouTube, just going. Have you ever seen the movie Friday, Maggie? No? Okay.
I don't remember. I might have, but like I just don't.
Yeah. That's why but anyways, that's why I said that. Ray Phoenix versus Trick Williams. I'm sure we'll have a Carmelo Anthony. Jesus, what the hell? Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Anthony's basketball player. Was a basketball player. Carmelo Hayes will probably have a U.S. Open Challenge. So there's that. I've
loved those so much. I'm so
Braun
glad.
Breaker had surgery for a hernia, so hopefully he comes back soon. It was said to be major. Another thing,
he got that while flipping the table, man. Like it just goes to show you, like you can do so much, out of this world stuff, and stuff that your body shouldn't be able to do, and then from a simple flip, you just get a hernia. So this is, I will say it every time when something like this happens. My mother tore her meniscus when she got up from the couch wrong.
Ooh.
So.
Yeah. Man, that's a hell of a thing.
Yep.
Good God. So, what else was I going to say? Yeah, so you had the Braun Breaker. He had the hernia surgery. So hopefully he'll be back sooner than later. Hopefully. WWE or WrestleVotes in association with FightfulSelect. They reported that WWE had a meeting about ticket sales. According to the way it sounds, it sounds like some of them might be coming back to planet Earth, based on the pricing. So that might be good. Hopefully, we can hope that that's the case. That's my hope, anyways. Yeah, Vince McMahon, when he ripped his quads getting into the ring.
Yeah.
And like I saw somebody just put it in the chat about Bryn's like her comment being on Dynamite, and so I took a screenshot of it. And Maggie, I don't know if you know this or not, but are you aware that
oh my God,
you have an octopus in your house or in your room?
Yes.
Okay, I just want you to know, because that can be dangerous.
I know.
And there's the post right there beside it. So I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone. I want people to see Bryn's tweet that was on Dynamite and to let Maggie know that she had an octopus in her house. So
I have an octopus. No, I know. It's just it's one of those octopuses that the gray side he's happy, and when you turn it, it's the other side is black and it's really grumpy.
Yeah, they can.
And so according to my mood, it's either smiling or grumpy. It's Dynamite, and I'm always gonna be happy.
That's good.
But it's also a Thursday, and it's my last day off.
So Wednesday mornings, it's usually like after you watch NXT, it's flipped over or what?
No, I just go outside and buy a lot of stuff because it's errands day, and I just buy. It's Occupier TV. Yes, it was occupying. But Corey's so good at these. My sister's gonna enjoy those. Yeah. So because NXT always kind of finds a way to piss me off. When I watch NXT, I go out to run errands for like 2 hours straight, and I just spend money on stuff. So like that's why
Yeah, for sure. One last thing before we head out. On February 28th in Chattanooga, Tennessee, Wrestle Action is having a show in association with Death Valley Days Road Report, taking place in pretty much Chattanooga, but it's Red Bank, Tennessee. They got a few matches for this show. Good independent card. So check that out. You can go to Wrestle Action on X1. I'm having a hard time talking today. But anyways, go to their Twitter at Wrestle Action, then the number 1. Check it out. They have a bunch of matches announced, and they still have tickets available. So make sure you check that out. Just wanted to give them a shout out and let people know about that. But Maggie, play your shit because I can't talk anymore.
Thank you. Guys, you can follow me on Twix, X, Twitter, whatever, at Maggie_IK. You can also find me on Instagram at Maggie.IK. Thank you so much for joining us. Please subscribe to Fightful Select on Patreon. Leave a like on this video. Please subscribe to Fightful Overbooked on this very channel that we are on. And after we're done, please leave a comment below. It helps us with the awful YouTube algorithm that absolutely fucking despises us. So you can go ahead and do that. Please enjoy the crap out of AEW Grand Slam. It's going to be a terrific show. This is a pay-per-view worthy the card. Yes. DJ Styles is probably trying to persuade AJ to get back in the ring because what the fuck. And that's why he wasn't on the show. So yeah, that
makes sense. I could totally see that being the case.
Yeah. Also, guys, I'm sorry for interrupting you. I read the comments about the movie. So do I get a say in this?
Fuck no. Yeah, you do. I'm just kidding.
I kind of want us to do Blazing Saddles.
Oh God, no! We need to go with something newer than that.
Why?
I know you love Mel Brooks. I know you love Mel Brooks, but we need to go with something newer than that.
Okay. Yeah. So continue giving us suggestions, about movies that you want us to, review, probably on Fightful Select. So yeah.
Yeah, it'll be on Fightful Select. They're not letting us do that on here.
Hell no.
Yeah. I'll reach out to DJ, see what he can do next week. Maybe he can get AJ on with us. Who knows? But I'll reach out to him.
The review?
See what he can do. I mean, you never know. Or just maybe see if he can join the show. I don't know. We'll find out. Guys, follow me at Rob Wilkins on X. I'm also on Instagram at FightfulRob. Maggie, I got some jokes for you.
Yay.
Okay, you ready?
Yes.
Okie dokie. What do you call a church without a preacher?
This is going to be offensive, isn't it? What do you call it?
a non-profit organization.
Okay,
thank you,
it wasn't
thank you,
offensive.
No,
it wasn't offensive, and it was pretty good.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
there
That
go.
was Bren sent me that one, so thank you, Bren.
Kudos to Brent. This is a good one.
Yeah,
This is the
Maggie.
dad joke.
Yeah. Why did the lizard go to the doctor?
Why?
It had reptile dysfunction. And finally, Lance is an uncommon name nowadays, but in medieval times, people were named Lance a lot.
Jail.
Okay. Don't collect $200. Go directly to jail.
Jail.
Okay. I'll enjoy it. Maybe I'll get some action in jail. Who knows? Maybe I'll have a good Valentine's Day there. Who knows?
Okay.
Somebody, please. Yeah. Okay, guys. I want to say thank you very much for joining us on Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. We will be back here next week for another episode of Coexisting. We hope if you watch AEW Grand Slam that you enjoy it. We hope if you watch SmackDown you enjoy it. We just hope if you watch wrestling you enjoy it, because we enjoy you, and that's what matters. You, the viewer, the listener, because we get to do this stuff because of you, and we truly appreciate it. So thank you very much. We will see you guys next week for another episode of Coexisting. Peace out, my friends. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning into this episode of Coexisting with Rob and Maggie. You can listen to many of our previous episodes on your favorite podcast platform or view them at youtube.com/FightfulOverbooked.